Hello there, I am Dr. Ashutosh and I welcome you on this fascinating journey of learning research. So let's get started. Let's begin with the concept of language of research. This is the first video in the series. In this video, we are going to learn about the 5 big words in research. Well, learning about research is just like learning about anything else. You require certain terms, certain concepts, some practice, you have to sign into some debates, understand the rules, tools, and move ahead. So, to begin with, let's begin with the 5 big words in research. Well, the first 2 words are theoretical and empirical. As the name suggests, as you could see, theoretical has to do with theory, some kind of abstraction. So when it is concerned with developing, exploring or testing the theories or ideas about how the world operates. So when you are trying to find out something is happening, yes, so you are trying to give a structure to it, an explanation to it. You want to explain that phenomena using some kind of abstraction, some kind of model. So that is what to do with theoretical side of research. Remember that we are stressing on 3 terms: developing, exploring or testing. So how good is the theory? How valid is it in terms of explaining the phenomena? So testing a theory is the real hallmark of how good is the theory. So this is one aspect, that whatever theory is claiming, the reality is in line with the logic of the theory, what it is trying to the direction of the theory, whatever direction the theory is giving, the observations are substantiating those things, right? It's supporting it in a big way. And then in research there is no end to knowledge. That's why we always call research as a journey. You have it is, and this journey is never ending. You keep developing, you keep adding chapters and more as it progresses. More and more research, with the help of more research, it enriches literature, your theory starts developing, and then you also tend to explore things. So theoretical side of research is all about developing, exploring or testing theories about how the world operates. The next is empirical. Empirical has to do with based on what you observe or measurement of reality. Now understand that at times you would be observing some phenomena, may not be that you are in a position to change anything as such. You just witness it, you observe it, you record it, and then you try to find out that yes, this is what is the reason behind it, and you tend to make sense of, find out a pattern and meaning to it. So you add meaning to it, and then definitely there is a measurement of reality. So yes, the 2 words, mostly any research or any social research as such is actually, you will find it that any social research is actually an eclectic blending of these 2 terms. So something which is called blending, right? So research is theoretical, research is empirical. So we normally view research as a blending of 2. It's not like that either or, it's more like this and that, right? So that's the first part, theoretical and empirical research. The other 3 words to familiarize are nomothetic, probabilistic and causal. Nomothetic words is derived from Greek word nomos, which means general case. So in most social research, we tend to generalize our result to the larger group or society. So even if we are studying individual, our interest always remain as such to generalize it to the society at large or community at large, right? So why something is happening and how good is it for everyone? So you are studying an individual's a pain which is experienced by a person is actually the pain which is felt by the whole society, right? So try to understand how I am connecting these things. So nomothetic, and there is the opposite of nomothetic is idiographic, which is to do with individual. So we in research in its sense, or rather I should say social research is interested in nomothetic. So it's more about generalizing. So we tend to generalize. We are always interested in generalizing our results. Next is a big idea about, let's say, probabilistic. So when we try to define or describe the world around us, we how sure about we are in terms of describing its reality. So the way things appear to our mind, is it reality, or someone else is claiming that this is reality? What's the best way to describe reality? Well, there could be a number of ways, but we talk in terms of we have a mathematical side to it, and we normally talk about probabilistic view of describing reality. So we talk in terms of probability. We never say that something is certain or something. There is definitely a level. You cannot be 100% sure about reality. So there are certain chances of some event to occur, and that's why we have it is an outcome of big realization. When people started when the scientific era, with the emergence of scientific era, came a philosophy, which was called positivism. And in positivism, people were so positive, so sure. Positive means sure about the reality, that everything you can apprehend. Reality is nothing to be feared about. You can actually describe it with 100% accuracy, and something which cannot be measured, it does not exist, right? So something like that. So later on it was, and we will take up this thing later in this video series. In post-positivist era, people started talking about probability more. So from deterministic reality to probabilistic reality. Deterministic means you could determine, you are less likely to make an error, whereas probabilistic means that yes, you are describing a reality, but reality could be independent of the fact. The way you are describing it could be different than that also. So probabilistic. And the last word is causal. So understand, it is not casual, it is causal. So most social research is causal in nature. It's more like that there is a certain cause and effect. So though we talk about describing reality, though we talk about finding out relations, but mostly social research tries to find out the underlying causes and its effect, right? So maybe a program or intervention is being carried out and then is pursued with some aim that this program will lead to some kind of result. So whether those interventions have helped solving those problems or not. For example, a teacher introduces a new course or a new technique to learn a subject. So whether that the teacher is successful in training the student with the new technique, or she makes the claim, how valid is her claim? So can we establish causality between what she was trying to offer to her students and then the real learning, whether that takes place or not? So let's talk about, in reflecting upon what we have discussed today. First thing, you should go and see that, check your own assumptions about the world you live in. Is it real? How do you describe reality? Definitely there is both an element of abstraction to it and an element of tangibility to it. Abstractions are more like ideas and theory, and tangibility is how you explain things, how you describe things. So that is basically the theoretical side and empirical side of research, right? So theory and empirical. And then while describing something, how sure you are of being right? So no alternative answers. So that's something which is very important for research, right? So smoke exists, so there must be fire. So something which is related with causality. So this is something to do with probability, and this is with causality. So I hope I have covered the 5 big words in research to start with, and as we progress in this journey, we will learn more, we will explore more, and will definitely develop some concepts which will make this journey more fascinating and helpful for you. Thank you very much, and keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.